I heard a saying once, and it quickly became a principle to live by. Feelings are overrated. I admit it sounds insensitive, but here's my rationale. Being fueled by a temporary state of negative or even positive emotions can lead to clouded vision, not to mention the poorest of decision making. There are occasions, however, in which feelings carry great significance. They must be positive, have a permanent cause, and the unique ability to spark change. This is the remedy I was looking for at a time when I was desperate to feel different. Many people say that I have a privileged life. I'm grateful. My parents and 3 older brothers created the most consistent support system that one could ever imagine. Even with that sincere display of love and unity, there was a lengthy season in my individual life that was unexplainably chaotic. Unfavorable experiences and circumstances of my adolescence extinguished my identity, the person I was created to be, and peace, nowhere to be found. For years, shame was the clay that formed the mask I wore in order to deal with everyday life. I faked it and never made it. This facade made me picture perfect on the outside, but my spirit was near death on the inside. I was incomplete, unfulfilled, and the journey seemed pointless. The only thing I felt was nothing. There were no issues with what I believed. The challenge was with what I expected out of life as a result of what I believed. I had not made a commitment to cultivate a personal relationship with Christ. Growing up in the church allowed me to become familiar with biblical principles that I could quote verbally, but were never tested spiritually. There was no expectancy for an encounter that would change my life. This state of mind put me in pursuit of happiness, or at least something to exchange for the overwhelming emptiness. All of my failed attempts to fill this void validated my feelings of unimportance and worthlessness. My strategy proved to be ineffective, to say the least. Giving up seemed to be the only easiest solution. But I had avoided the one solution that would allow me to receive exactly what I needed. It was up to me. I had to grow up and take control of my life. I had put my energy toward applying the truth that was around me every day. My knowledge, my faith grew as I engaged with a supernatural power that exuded purpose and perspective for life. I knew there was an answer for me. The vacancy I was experiencing could only be filled by a Savior. The chase was no longer for something. I was after someone, and He was waiting patiently for me. I needed to open up myself to getting to know who He really is. Familiarity was no longer enough. I needed intimate acquaintance. It takes practice. Transformation began to take place when I sincerely opened my heart to God. This, to me, meant verbal exposure through communication and prayer of my most genuine thoughts, feelings, and emotions about everything. Becoming vulnerable with the Master is like sending a rescue signal into the sky for a superhero. When I thought I would forever be bound to the weight and guilt of shame, He came and freed me. The euphoria I experience when I think about what the Lord has done for me is indescribable. I am compelled to tell the world about this perfect love. The quality of life consistently improves as I seek to know Him at a deeper level. I was resurrected by His love and revived by His Spirit. Purpose was revealed, and He gave me grace to sustain me. He poured into me His supernatural strength, an endowment that would ensure that I was indeed saved.